I have been asked multiple times how do I make my account this good, and one of the biggest factor in this is my daily routine. And today, I will show you how I efficiently spend my time in Rise of Kingdoms. Today, we have an important topic and it is the daily routine for Rise of Kingdoms. And this one is one of the reasons why my account is at this stage. This topic will have 3 sections where the first one is the things I do when I started my day. Next is things I do in the middle of the day, and lastly, the things I'm doing before I end my day or before I go to sleep. So first, let's start with the things I do right at the start of the day. So reset is 8 AM for me, so it's kinda perfect for this. And I always start with using boost on my account. 24 hours of gathering and resources boost helps with gathering gems and normal resources. Also, the production of resources in my city is good, so that will help greatly in collecting the said resources. Next, since it is reset, there will always be mysterious merchant at this time, and I will always buy everything using my resources and not spend any gem for this. Merchant also appears at different time of the day, and we should always buy from this using our resources. So for the next one, this one is very quick and easy to do, but very important. You should always claim your VIP reward, and you should log in daily to claim the VIP points and VIP exclusive chest. I am at VIP 12, so every day I am getting 2 gold heads and 1 golden key. And that is a lot if you keep on claiming them every single day. Next is I always check for runes. Action point recovery is a good one to get, or even the gathering speed bonus for my gem gatherers. Also, if I ever had to train or upgrade my buildings or research, I also take the time to find a rune for them. It might seem like a small thing to do, but again, it will accumulate over time if we do this daily. Other things are claiming the expedition rewards and buying Ethelflaed's sculptures from the shop. I also buy gold stars here since I will need them for upgrading Alex in the future. Next, I always look at the events so I can have an idea what will my day will become. So for example, we have this event here where I need to defeat a total of 300 barbarians. And knowing that, aside from fort rallies, I have to change some barbarians just to finish this event efficiently, since I don't have the time to chain a lot lately. And since we are on KVK2 and State Forum is now a thing, I always do travel and dispatch as soon as my day started. And this will consume my action points, so I do not need to worry over filling my action points bar. Okay, we are on the action point spending topic now, and we will move on to the next section on what am I doing in the middle of the day. And this one will be all about how I spend my action points daily and gathering gems with the rest of my march. So right now, we are in off season and all of my action points are going to 1+1 barbarian fort rallies. Maybe not all since I do some barbarian chaining here and there, just to finish this event that we got right here. And while I'm doing forts, I also send my gatherers in gem nodes to gather gems for me. This one is not that time consuming, and since you only need to launch rally, join others rally, find some gem nodes here and there, I can actually do this while I'm working, since I do play on my computer, and work on it at the same time. You can maybe also do this on your mobile device while working. Maybe. Just don't get caught. On Lost Kingdom, I mostly chain and gather gems, since chaining in Lost Kingdom is just better for my action point. Other stuffs that you can do is the Baulur or the Barbarian Camp and Barbarian Fortress. Personally, I don't do these stuffs, but if you have the time, for sure do this, especially in the early game where you can get accessory blueprint of Silent Trial and the Lane's Amulet. So I actually have 3 options for spending your action points daily, depending on your time availability. First is if you have a lot of time on your hand, definitely do Barbarian Chain and gather gems all of the time. It's time consuming, but it is the most efficient way to spend your action points in the game. Next, if you don't have the time to chain or just don't want to chain in general, you should at least spend your action points in a 1+1 fort rallies. This way, you and someone joining your rally will have a better rewards rather than a lot of people dividing the rewards. And lastly, For someone with a very limited time to play, you should at least 5 March Barbarians. Yes, I know this is the worst way to spend your action point, but if your action point is full and it is not refilling, isn't that worse than 5 marching? You should never let your action points in full. For me, it is at 1,500 and I never let it reach that number every time. So if you don't have the time to chain or fort rallies, just do 5 March Barbarians and stop wasting your action points. This will take you about 15 minutes maximum to finish your action points. And believe me, this is better than letting your action points go to waste by not spending them at all. So we are finished in what I do in the middle of the day or simply just how I spend my action points throughout the day. Let's now move forward to what I am doing before I go to sleep or at the end of the day. So first of all, if there is an event like Golden Kingdom or Ceroli Crisis or any other events, I always do them throughout the day. I think I never skipped a Ceroli or Golden Kingdom before. That's why I have a lot of materials and crafted 2 legendary equipment by now, even as a free-to-play. Moving on with that, before going to sleep, I have to make sure I finish my daily quest since this will give a lot of rewards like golden keys, gems, and speed-ups. I have never skipped one of these or I have never had a day that I didn't finish my daily quest. Next, I also always do the daily quiz or the Peerless Scholar, since this one also gives a lot of rewards such as speed ups and resources. And every 2 weeks, there will be midterms and finals exam, where I get about an average of 2,000 gems. I also do my sunset attacks before I go to sleep, so there is a less chance for people to attack me. If you can wait before reset to attack, that should be better. But you should always use the chances that you have since attacking in Sunset Canyon gives you a reward and have a chance to get crystal keys and materials. Next is I check if I finish the events that I have for the day, and if there's still something that I need to do, I will finish them. Events are kinda vital to the progress of our account, especially we get a lot of speed ups, equipment materials, and other rewards from this. So always check if you finish the events that you have for the day. Also, I always make sure that my action points will not be full when I wake up in the morning, so I will spend them before going to sleep. And last but not the least, before I go to sleep is to check my queues. Right now, I have my research queue with 40 days remaining on my herbal medicine level 10. And my training queues should still be good when I wake up in the next morning. The idea is to never let your queues idle, especially in the early stages of the game, where power will matter a lot. Also, I'm making sure if my blacksmith queue is full. So to sum it up, at the start of the day, I claim VIP rewards. Buy everything in courier station using resources. Use gathering and resources boost. Check for runes, especially action point recovery or gathering speed bonus. State forum, travel, or dispatch. Spend action points making sure it's not full. Claim expedition daily rewards and buy Ethelfled sculptures from the shop. At the middle of the day, I mostly gather gems and do barbarian fort rallies if on home kingdom. And if on Lost Kingdom, I do barbarian chaining. At the end of the day, before I sleep, I make sure that I finish my daily quiz, daily quest, use all of the Sunset Canyon attacks, did all of the events that is available, check training queues, building queues, and research queues. Also check if the blacksmith is full, and spend all of the remaining action points. Doing all of that might took at least 1 hour of your time daily, depending on how you spend your action point. And of course, don't expect that a person that spent 5 hours on the game will have the same result to a person that spent 1 hour on it. If you do all of this, the main difference is how you spend your action points daily and how much gems you can gather. For sure, a person that spends 5 hours to maybe chain and gather gems will have a better account. But don't be discouraged, as not everyone is the same and not everyone can put a lot of time in this game. After all, it is a game, and the most important part of this is to have fun. And before this video ends, I want to thank all of you for supporting and subscribing to the channel. We are now at 1,000 subscribers and we got our goal, so thank you to all of you. And huge shout out to Jinx58 for joining the membership of our channel, and to Roxanpai for the $5 super thanks. That will greatly help me as we continue to improve our video. Also to Yuri, who is always watching the stream, and to their kind donations to the channel. I can't name all of you guys, but thank you to everyone. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.